Hello and welcome back to Life in Surround. Thanks for joining me. Today is another installment of Surround Music News. And gladly, the news that I have to share is that Jethro Tull have announced the next 40th anniversary book set release, which will be Stormwatch. So I just want to share some of my favorite previous book set releases real quick, just to kind of show them off and enjoy them together. We have Heavy Horses. Which was their debut and was masterfully remixed amazingly from a 4-track master into a very convincing 4.1 or maybe 5.1 by Steven Wilson. Bluesy and worth checking out from a historical perspective and just to see what Wilson was able to do with that mix. Minstrel in the Gallery. War Child. A Passion Play. Songs from the Wood. And, of course, Aqualung. Kind of begs the question, where's my Thick as a Brick? But it's around here somewhere. I have surround albums coming out my ears, it seems. So anyway, let's get on with it. Speculation about Stormwatch began on Quadraphonic Quad back in February. So I want to thank Simon M. for getting the ball rolling on that. And kind of springboarding off of that conversation, eventually it was revealed by Quadraphonic Quad member Kolsky that we would be getting Stormwatch on October 11th. So that's coming up pretty quick, and so that's good news. I guess we're about 3 months out. And subsequent to that, recently RT Blu-ray posted links to the full track list, for which we'll have a remixed Steven Wilson stereo version, a bunch of additional tracks from that time period, which are often as interesting as the album stuff with these book sets, a live show spanning 2 CDs, and finally 2 DVDs, one of which will have the entire album remixed into 5.1 by Steven Wilson. So that's amazing news. A lot of content. These book sets tend to just pack tons of value. And Steven Wilson has done a simply astounding job with these Jethro Tull remixes. So I've got high hopes that this is going to be a killer mix. So the cool thing about Stormwatch is that it is the last album that many consider to have been released during the band's classic lineup period. A lot of members left after Stormwatch, leaving really Ian Anderson and Martin Barr. And having auditioned Stormwatch in stereo, I dig it musically. I haven't gone in for all these book sets, even though they are an amazing value. I generally only buy surround music if I like the music. I am not convinced that a surround mix can really put an album over the top and make you like something musically that you just don't. But I dig Stormwatch. I'm absolutely looking forward to this book set, as are many of you, I'm sure. It's important to not let this title go out of print before you get on board with it. There are some of these book sets that are available through third-party sellers like on eBay that have not yet reached exorbitant prices. But let's take a look at a couple that have. Minstrel in the Gallery has sold recently for $111 and on up. Thick as a Brick has sold recently for $140 on up. Now these are both from eBay, and I do want to make the point that it is important to check sites like Discogs.com, Amazon.com. In a variety of countries, I usually check Germany, UK, France, Canada, as well as United States, to try to make sure that you're getting the best third-party price when things go out of print. So you may not have to pay $111 for Minstrel or $140 for Thick as a Brick. But this is just to say that if you do let these book sets go out of print, You will be taking a risk that to jump in with it, you will have to pay a pretty healthy premium. This set is already available for pre-order from Burning Shed. That's the only site that I've found so far. I certainly am going to be watching prices over the next several days, weeks, to see if Bull Moose jumps on board, to see if deep discount gets involved, import CD, Amazon in a variety of countries can be a key player. I know I've bought one of these book sets at least from Amazon UK. And in case I didn't express it well enough before, this is a Steven Wilson remix of Jethro Tull, of a classic Jethro Tull album. So if there is a reason to be excited about anything in Surround these days, this is it, in my opinion. You may not love Jethro Tull, you may hate Jethro Tull. They've been an acquired taste for me, but that is one thing that I do love about this hobby. I have acquired the taste, and I do find them quite a bit of fun, at least on the albums that I audition, and it works for me. So I'm super excited about a Steven Wilson remix of an album that I like, and I hope you're excited too. So I just want to wrap this video up on a little bit more of a somber note. This is also surround music news, because one of our brothers is having a hard time. He's battling cancer, and on Quadraphonic Quad, many of us have been involved in purchasing some of the items that he's selling from his collection to help with his finances. And I'm putting a link to that selling off my collection thread in the description, so feel free to go check that out. You may need to ask for the latest list. He works off of updating a PDF list of what he has for sale. I do want to mention that in addition to selling some surround music, the Lings also have started a fundraiser, and I'm going to put that link also in the description. They're several $1,000s short of their goal. I'm going to be making a donation, and I just encourage you to as well. I don't ask for any support for this channel other than a thumbs up, a comment, to share, to subscribe, ring the notification bell, those things that will make this channel important to the almighty YouTube algorithm. But I do ask that if you are willing to go check out the fundraiser site and just kick the Lings a donation and maybe some encouraging words. They could sure use it right now. Keith is in a pretty rough place, and you can read that in his wife's latest update. And I just want to say that, hey, I'm pulling for you guys, and I'm sending you my positive vibes and some money too. And I hope to see Keith healthy and back enjoying surround music with us really soon. And in the meantime, I hope that he gets the medical treatment that he needs and makes a really wonderful recovery. Hey, so that's all for now. I just wanted to bring this news about Jethro Tull's Stormwatch to you. It is up for pre-order. It is going for a bit more than the past book sets, but it is an awesome value. So let the games begin. Let the price watch begin. May you find the price that works for you and get in on this pre-order and get in on Stormwatch before it goes out of print. And then again, too, please consider going and helping out with the Lings fundraiser. I very much appreciate it. And until next time, I just encourage you to live life in surround.